Hi everyone, this is Aganyans, and today I'm going to be going out in my Type 9 to do some mining. It might not be so amazingly interesting, but I just want to kind of test a particular new build I've got going here. It's the first time I've taken a Type 9 out mining, and that I used to do it in a Python or an ASP. I quite enjoy it because it's quite relaxing. But I'd spent a few weeks with Torval, and I want to try out a mining lance, which probably, as I understand from reading around, it's really crap, but well, we'll see anyway. I've kind of gone a bit crazy with this build. Let's look at what I've got from modules. I've got Clean Drive rank 5 there. Clean because, well, I'd love dirty, but this thing has some heat issues. It overheats quite quickly with these mining lances. Dirty drive was definitely out. Frame shift drive also up to rank 5, just useful for getting around. After 2.2 I might drop that down to a regular drive because, well, heat, it generates extra heat here. I've gone a bit crazy on the collector limpets. I've got 11 of them. I know there's a bit of a bug that can happen once you have lots of collector limpets, so we'll see if that actually happens as well, whether it'll be bearable. Yeah, mining lances. Okay, so what I have here is a little bit of craziness going on. 5 of them, they generate a crap ton of heat and drain capacity like mad. This may make it completely non-viable, and I'm completely lacking in, well, decent defences anyway, because there's no room there for mines or anything, but you know, Type 9 isn't exactly great for combat anyway. At some point I might try taking on a Sidewinder or something, you know, and see if these mine lances can actually do any damage at all. I've heard they're pretty poor on that front, and fixed weapons on a Type 9 is a bit of an interesting proposition. I must say I'm on the piracy Discord as well, and there's been some talk there about doing piracy in a Type 9, something I might have to give a go at some point as well. So yeah, as you can see, Collector Limpets, Prospector Limpets, 3-point defences. I mean, I don't expect my Bioreef shields to last any amount of time, and once those shields go down, NPCs like to spam missiles. So this point defence is really, 3-point defences is kind of my only hope. Fairly good hardpoint placement on the Type 9 for those point defences. Type 9 is fairly flat, so kind of they have good firing arc backwards for when I'm running. Only main problem, if I get interdicted by a Python, with high rank Python, I'm probably gonna get boned. But we'll see, we'll see. I mean, if my brain is working, I'll high wake out, but my brain doesn't usually work too well in combat, and I'm just kind of flying on autopilot a lot of the time. If you want to have a look, ranks, I'm dangerous apparently. I would say I'm harmless, but hey. Tycoon, very much thank you to Sothis and Sios, how do you pronounce that one? And Elite Explorer, because I'm a major explorer. I'm mostly helpless on CQC. I do enjoy CQC, but it's not my favourite activity, especially when I've got other things to be doing in the game. Fairly friendly with most factions, main factions. Yeah, I will have been allied with them all at some point or another. I tend to favour independence or alliance. Anyway, enough bullshit. I'm got 140 limpets, 256 cargo space. I'm not really needing so much, hopefully, because I plan to unlock Celine. Jean, however you pronounce her name. So, let's take off.
Landing coupler disengaged. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
As easy goes. I'm playing in Mobius just in case anyone's got any questions. P5, PvP, and Elite Dangerous. I do like PvP. I like PvP in Team Fortress. I love that game. Don't play it much, but I have a good laugh when I do. And I have absolutely no saltiness when I die in games like that. And kudos to whoever kills me. You know, I do like PvP in a game that is good for PvP. I know there's some guys out there who think Elite Elite Dangerous is a good game for PvP and have lots of fun with it, but I just don't see myself. Do indirect PvP through, you know, BGS wars and stuff, but well, that's my I play Elite Dangerous mainly to relax. I'm not so young. I don't have so much, you know, urge to dominate other people, or beat other people. You know, the buzz of killing another player in Elite Dangerous once, I think. No, what to say? Okay. Anyway, I'm at Shinrata. I'm off tail HS 2661. It's 4 jumps, 3 jumps without all these limpets, but hey, still my slugs. I'm too used to flying ships. Bear with me while I get there, I'll try not to bore you. I don't have any scanners on this. I've had a look at the system. I know there's a pristine ring there, there's a pristine metallic, I just need to kind of spot which one it is. Hopefully I can eyeball that. If I drop into the wrong ring, I have to come out again. Because, yeah, 10 units of pain I need. If you will have any questions for me, put this one on YouTube. You know, about when I ask anything you like about mining, what I think about playing the game, although I am very vocal on the forums. Some people may say too vocal, too opinionated. Sorry, I like to help, but I also can be a bit opinionated at times, and yeah, like most of us, I can even be a bit of an ass. I try not to be an ass. Just towards you. Anyway, one jump down, get some speed up, next system over. I'd just like, since this is my first ever video, I'll take a moment to thank some people, my fellow moderators from the forums, of course Brett for taking care of us. He's a good guy. He works damn hard. He has so many jobs he has to do. You know, you might only see what he does on the forums, kind of his comments there, but he actually maintains the forums. He deals a lot with the background, the player factions, preparing the lists and stuff, and you know, he also kind of shares stories with us about his life. He lives, I don't know what I should say where he lives, whether it's public information, although anyone who's going to friend on Facebook will know, but basically lives in an area where the weather is fun, to say the least. And you know, some of the pictures he uploads are quite scary. Anyway, who I'm also thinking? Well, of course, Frontier Developments, the guys and girls there, they work damn hard to bring us this game. I love this game to bits. I've been waiting for it for absolutely years. No, FD don't always do what I would like them to do. I disagree with some of their design decisions. I think Power Play is, well, it could have been so much better. So much better. But I don't want to get into all that here. You know, if I ever do separate videos for something like this, you know, I'll talk about my opinion of it, but these opinions have been set to death on video and forums. David Braben, especially, I mean, so much to thank him for doing this. Thank you to FD for trusting me as a moderator, perhaps not a controversial decision, perhaps. Ban from the forums as well for being a bit naughty. I'm very happy FD put their trust in me here. Well, I want to thank all the players as well, you know, all the players I've ever interacted with. I've got quite a few friends on my friend list. I've had good chats with them in-game. We've had lots of things to talk about, sometimes in-game stuff, sometimes out-of-game stuff, especially everyone, all the explorers who went on Distant Worlds with. That was just awesome. Very tiring, very draining. Big shout out to Dr. Kai for his hard work there, and Erimus for their hard work. It wouldn't be the same. As you can see, I've got a few players online at the moment, although Saturday morning here, many people are still asleep. usually my friend list is quite a bit larger. It's not to show off my EP to friends, but you know, some good guys there, some people I've known since the start, from launch or even beta.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm sure there's other people I should be thanking. I'll even give a shout out to Commander Rinsler from SDC. I know a lot of people have their issues with SDC. They think they're a bunch of douchebags, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, at the end of the day, they are super like us. They have their preferred playing style. They sometimes do things, sometimes, all the time, nearly all the time, do things that are controversial, people don't like, but, you know, I've spent a lot of time with Commander Rinsler, well, a month or so, and I find him a pretty decent guy, and he's also a fairly dedicated explorer if anyone doesn't know. You know, he's willing to take people under his arms and armpit, and show them how to be good PvPers, you know, if you want. And, you know, I don't want to knock PvP. It's good for those who enjoy it, if they enjoy it in ED, you know, and there are issues with it. There's combat logging, etc. It's a major issue, but at the end of the day, people have their preferences, and I just wish SDC would be, you know, their online personas would be a bit more friendly. You know, I know Rinsler is a good guy at heart. He may be killing me now for saying this, you know, I'm destroying his public image, and I presume a lot of the SDC guys are, but, you know, their online personas are bad, and that's not to say, you know, us PvEers are also always great guys. We are also jerks at times, and there are some pretty nasty PvEers on the forums as well, who come across like giant jerks. And, you know, to paint a whole group or a whole group of players, all category of players with the same brush it's not fair. It's not fair at all. So keep that in mind when you're commenting on the forums or wherever. You know, not everyone is the same, and there are good people, and, you know, also when you're commenting, think about how you come across. You know, sometimes I write something and then later regret it, and, you know, it'd be good if we could all try and be a little more nice to each other. We're online, you know, let's stop all this Care Bear and Griefer bullshit, and, you know, just try and have reasonable discussions. It doesn't help. Right, so I'm coming up to my first ring. No res in this system, which is good. I don't need NPCs harassing me here. And I need to I don't have Discovery Scanner or Detailed Surface Scanner. I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out which of the bloody metallic rings. I think we've got either one big ring here or two rings. They look the same, so I'm presuming they're both. Okay, now I've read a few things about rings. I don't know how true this is. For example, they say, some people have tried to say that in thinner areas of the rings, there's the same amount of minerals within the same area, volume, space as in a thick area. So kind of dropping into a sparser region is actually better, because then it's more concentrated. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure which part of the ring I want to drop into here. However, I'm in a big fat T9, and I do want some maneuverability space. So what I'm going to do is go into this part of the ring, which hopefully is kind of fairly sparse. Single sus, don't need that. And hopefully I can drop in quite safely. Not so slow. Nice and easy. I don't want to take damage. Okay, throttle down. Of course, you know, if I drop in... Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to know the controller, it's a HOTAS X. Probably not the most optimal configuration, but it does the job. And I really like the feeling of immersion you get. No, my voice is running out already. Okay, so I'll safely. Now, sometimes NPCs spawn, but even when you drop in at random places, but I'm hoping... So I just had to take a pause there, and while I was there, an NPC actually showed up, and they kind of wandered off again. As you can see the blip there on the scanner. I'm not carrying any commodities at the moment, so this probably means I'm fairly safe. Hopefully they won't come back.
Programming limited drone. Power plant capacity exceeded.
Yeah, power is at a premium here on this Type 9. Got my frame shift drive knocked off. Not my cargo hatch. Okay, was a bit of a mistake on my part. Anyway. I won't make this video too long, just kind of show off how well this works. And actually, look at these rocks. I don't think I can tell anything about this stupid photo. Maybe it's just the new graphics I've been into for a while. So let's see. Going closer. I have no idea how far I am from this thing. Probably should mess with my scanner. There we go. Getting closer. Better start braking. That's fine.
Programming limited drone. Prospector limit engaged.
Rutile bauxite. Oh dear, this is a terrible window. That's terrible. Terrible braking. Let's fire off another prospector.
Programming limited drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Samarium, 50%. Okay, well, let's just move around a bit. The rock is spinning.
Programming limited
Let's
drone.
fire some collectors.
Programming limited drone. Programming limited drone.
These set correctly. Okay, where... Do I have a collector? Ah, I think I did a refit. I'm missing one of the collectors I meant to have on my ship. Oh well.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
There we go, so we've got quite a few collectors out there. 9 of them. Let's see how this goes then. Let's start the mining. Watch my weapon capacitor and heat generation.
Warning, temperature critical.
There we go, you see how
Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired. Cargo scope
Rising to
deployed. Collector limpet
collectors
expired.
failing like crazy.
Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired.
This isn't a very good test.
Programming limpet
Collectors.
drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired.
This is terrible collector.
Collector limpet
Let's find
expired.
the rock.
Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired. Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch. Collector limpet expired. Cargo scoop retracted. Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch. Programming limpet drone.
It's been a while since I've
Prospector limpet engaged.
material content. I'm in a terrible ring here, but anyway, it's just a test. I'll find it a bit later. There we go, heat generation through
Programming
blue.
limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Heat. At least they're not all just dying now. I do like the look of the new rocks, they're much better than they used to be. The good thing about these mining ones is the range. You can start blasting them from a big distance. So what am I seeing? Heat. I should get closer actually, because these collectors are taking a while to collect. If they're away. There's good reason to keep distance, of course. It's fine.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Critical. Well, I must say, I'm not impressed. Even if I was like have it running less mining lancers, then I could like keep them going longer, of course, and maybe I wouldn't get such crazy heat. I think with regular mining weapons, I would be a lot more efficient. Look at this, it's how long is it taking me to get this percentage, minerals remain percentage. And this is low materials in this room. So, 25% heat. We should be firing off some heat sinks with this. 42%, 40%.
Asteroid depleted.
There we go. Depleted. Well, it was enough to keep my limpets busy with the 9 limpets. 11 limpets, perhaps even overkill. But having said that, I think I'm gonna have to give it a try. 11 limpets anyway. I mean, logic dictates I really should get rid of these combat lancers or reduce their amount of sustained fire. But you know what? They look good. They're usable from range. And if Sidewinder does come along, maybe I'll actually stand a chance of killing it. Maybe. A lot of bad luck, good luck, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for this video. What I'm going to do is get out of here and try and find probably do these commodities actually.
Power plant capacity
See,
exceeded.
I didn't have the time.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
So I've got cargo, some uranite, by Samari. Anyway, and I think I'm going to stick with it. I think it's good. And thanks.
Collector limpet expired.